Hello, welcome to Discomfort Empowers You. I'm Marlene Foster, and my today's guest, Antoinette Sands, actually had an emergency to occur. She came up about 30 to 35 minutes ago. So today, I'm going to invite you to do a little something different with me today. We're going to talk about discomfort and how discomfort actually, just think of maybe a recent discomfort maybe that you're facing. And I want to start with this quote. Okay, and I'd like for you to respond today in the comment section. Respond, because I want to be able to go back and want everybody else to view what you've written about discomfort. But I want to read something from Jason Reynolds. Jason said, be not afraid of discomfort. If you can't put yourself in a situation where you are uncomfortable, then you will not grow. You will never change. You'll never learn. And when you hear this quote, what comes to your mind at this particular moment? What do you think about the quote that I just gave you? Be not afraid of discomfort. If you can't put yourself in a situation where you are uncomfortable, then you will never grow. You will never change. You will never learn. Look at me today. Antoinette had a something to come up with a family member, and here I am. I was looking forward to seeing her today. Hello, David. How are you? And I'm here today though. I decided we're still going to move forward today, and I'm just curious right now, David Hanson. Did you hear the quote that I just read? I'd like to know your response. What comes to your mind when you think of be not afraid of discomfort? If you can't put yourself in a situation where you are uncomfortable, then you will never grow. You will never change. You will never learn. What do you think? Those in the audience today, what do you think? What does it mean for you? Type in a response for me. I'd like to hear from you today. We're going to do, actually, we're going to do a Q&A. I'm going to interview you today. I'm going to talk with you. I'm talking to the audience, and I will actually join in myself. So it's about us today, about discomfort. The question about this particular quote written by Jason Reynolds. What do you feel when you hear someone talk about change and how change does not occur unless you have some level of discomfort? And discomfort can be really uncomfortable, can't it? For all of us, but we have to learn to accept it. We have to learn to accept. And I see here, discomfort is I'm sorry, and my screen is blocking it. Discomfort is a sign of, I tell you what, someone just wrote a response to it about discomfort. And discomfort is a sign to make a shift in your life. Beautiful. I love that. Listen, did you hear that? Discomfort is a sign to make a shift in your life. And at that particular moment, it may not be a good a good time, because I'm gonna tell you this, where I live. I'm originally from Chicago, right? And Chicago is more of a cold climate. Here in Memphis, I feel discomfort. I feel discomfort where I live right now. And I look at it, and it's something that I have to face, right? I have to deal with it. So I just wear certain types of clothes, and not to, I mean, that I still dress professional, but still I dress in a way that keeps me cooler. And I'm just grateful for the beautiful sunshine, but I still love the colder climate. I love the snow, during the winter months. I love the cool, brisk air. So, but thank you so much. I love that. Discomfort is a sign to make a shift, and it is in your life, because again, we don't know what we're going to face, do we? We have no idea. And so, and good afternoon. As I see the person who responded, I really appreciate your response today. Thank you. Excellent response. And when I think about what Jason Reynolds says here, is that it's true, guys. We really have to face. It makes us put down like I said the previous time, take off those masks, be authentic and be vulnerable. And it stops us from being trying to be somebody else, to be yourself. If something's uncomfortable, face up to it, but don't let it stop you. Move forward. Show how resilient you are. Let me tell you this, your credibility, when you look at that credibility, which we talk about on Thursday, it's your presence. How does credibility show in us? And it's also the lessons in pain. I'm sorry, I can barely see. I'll read that out, but so the lessons in pain, teaches, I guess, about pain, yeah, and about wisdom. I agree. Yes, it does. The wisdom, guys, and that's something you don't have to rush, do you? You don't have to rush to acquire wisdom. You don't have to rush for that, because each step in your journey takes you through discomfort, and you learn. You learn how to become more, like I said, more resilient, more courageous. It comes in time, doesn't it? Now, I want to start off today by saying to you, think about not only yourself, but think about someone, a discomfort that you know that someone has experienced. It could, I don't know, it could be a musician, an actor, actress, or just a book you read. Think of someone and their discomfort, and write down their name for me. Somebody that you can think of, that you say, Mom, when I think of discomfort, I think of maybe someone in your family. You write that person's name down. And when I think of discomfort, I think of it's my grandmother, of course, because I think of all of the challenge that she faced growing a business. She was great with customers. I mean, there was no discomfort really there, because she enjoyed it. When you love what you do, I want to say this to you today: whatever profession you're in, whatever business that you're working for, make sure it's something that you love to do. Do something that you really enjoy. You enjoy it, because you'll make a difference when you do. Love it, have a passion for it, and you can definitely make a difference for yourself and for that business and for customers. So, but think about someone, when you think about discomfort that they've actually, faced. You think about it. Who would it be for you? And and a kid, I said, for me, it would be my grandmother, because she became sick unexpectedly and didn't get a chance to really fully take care of her retirement. So I want to tell you today, that's why it's good to start planning now. Plan for those kind of things. Plan for retirement. Plan for Plan from start to finish. That's the uniqueness about me. When I meet with people and I'm in a consultation, I teach them to plan from start to finish, because we never know when you start a business. You know the start date, but you don't know the finish date, do you? You don't know what can actually occur. We don't know. Now, I want to ask you, how did you come up with the idea for your business? Think about that question. How did you come up with the idea for your business? If you could respond to that, what would you say? The idea you have. And me, again, it was my grandmother and my mother, watching the perseverance that I saw with those two women really inspired me to be who I am today. They truly inspired me. Looking at my grandmom, and then when the pandemic occurred, okay, I saw others who inspired me, because watching them in their businesses and watching them still continue to push forward in business, that really inspired me, guys. And it also inspired me to want to do more to help businesses to do what? Protect themselves from the unexpected. And the pandemic was truly unexpected, wasn't it? And it was global. It was unexpected. And you think about years ago, the Great Resignation was unexpected. But look what happened. Some businesses came into place during the Great Depression. And I saw some businesses that also grew during the pandemic. They got started. So that's your time. That was a time for them to actually step out and get started. So when you look at, again, how did you come up with the idea for your business? Share it. Share it, please. I'd love to hear from you and also share. I'll be sharing it with those who would come on the replay. And then I'll be also, there's something I'm doing also on YouTube. I'm going to share what you're telling me today. People need to hear, they need to see your strength. Show us your strength today. What problem does your business solve? What is your, okay, because when people are looking at the business with you, they want to know, well, what is it that you can solve for me? What, why should I do business with you? What problem do you solve for your clientele? Anybody got a response out there right now? What problem do you solve? Hello, Kim. And Kim McNeely, what problem do you solve? What problem do you solve for businesses, Kim? I mean, I know what you do, but I'd like for you, if you could just type it in and let us know, what problem do you solve? And I wanted to also state that the person previously said that embrace being human in discomfort. It is the most authentic to experience and relate to one another in the journey of life. Bravo. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree with that response. Absolutely. But hey, we're talking about right now the problem. And when someone is talking to me, because I've been doing it for so many years, and that is, I've been helping businesses to protect themselves from the unexpected. And then there are times when the planning process may not give them the protection that they need. So I with the planning, though, it gets you what? In the process of evolving, it helps you to practice. You become better at what you do by practicing, right? So I help them to practice by planning and actually talking with employees if they have employees, talking with collaborators, and also being in associations where you can actually learn from somebody else. But when you plan and then the unexpected occurs that you never would have thought would have come your way, you're still ready. I know you're in pain. I know it's a suffering period for you, but you still already because your mind is what more adaptable. You're now ready to stand for forthright and face whatever it is that you need to face. You're facing it. Face it and continue to do it. Continue to keep facing whatever it is that you need to face within your business, and it prepares you and gets you ready for when discomfort does come, when the unexpected comes your way. You're ready. You're not ready for the pain that you may feel. You're not ready for that heartbreaking discomfort, but you're still ready, ladies and gentlemen. You are ready and prepared now to be able to stand straight and be able to maybe innovatively think of a new process that you can actually use. Okay, and David, you said starting my own venture was a step towards realizing dreams. And I'm sorry that it's my screen's blocking part of it. But you said, and I had a chance. Okay, to take a chance. I love that. David said he took a chance on himself. He took a chance on himself. And David, I can tell you that I did the same thing. Taking a chance on yourself. How many times have someone asked you to do something that's new for you? You've never done before. You've never experienced it before. But a part of you said, you know what? I'll do it. I'm gonna take a risk. I'll take a chance and step forward and do it. And it's something that you're glad that you did because it worked out, didn't it? You weren't perfect at it, but now today it's created that new you. You are that innovative person. You are the person who said, like David said, taking a chance on yourself. And I agree. Okay, adaptability. And I'll let the screen move up a little bit more on that. Adaptability prepares you. You said, Marlene. Okay, great. Adaptability does because when you think about what if you were in a business, in a partnership, what if it were a marital partnership and you just lost, me and you lost your wife. Okay, or if a woman lost her husband, or just losing a significant other, you've lost a significant other, And you got to now keep going, keep pushing, keep moving ahead with business. How do you handle it? Think about it, guys. You know what it feels like when you're in pain. Think about if you're in pain and you got to keep moving that business forward. Think about it. Before this occurs, though, through the years of running the business, that's why I tell my clientele that we have to think of ways to anticipate the unexpected. And we have to put preparations in place, prepare up front so that if something like that were to occur, you now have what? Someone who's already trained, someone who can step into your shoes or somebody else's shoes and fill the void. Be ready. Be ready with someone who can feel that void for you. So adaptability is superior. And that's something, guys, that I had to learn when writing my first book, my co-authored book, Beyond Boundaries, Thriving in Life's Gray Zone. All of us have to thrive in that gray zone, don't we? And you lose someone. I lost a special someone. And when you lose someone, and at that particular time, I had to decide, do I keep writing the book or do I just step back? Do I just step back and just deal with my pain right now? But uh, Constance Leland said to me, no, Marlene, she said, I'm going to push and press and support you. I'm here for you. At that particular time, I was truly blessed. There was someone there for me who said, I'm not giving up on you. I want you in this book. You're going to push, press, you want to make it. And guys, I did. I made it. I don't know if you've read my chapter in the co-authored book, but read it because this was a chapter that I wrote while I dealing with what? Adaptability. And you said, well, I took a chance on my intuition and launched a business above the wonderful. And I see just that part right now, but I will read the rest as soon as it raises up because I'm on a tablet right now. But I adaptability, intuition. You know what, guys? Intuition is substantial. I mean, your intuition is mind-boggling. It is. It helps you to have courageousness. It helps us to move forward when we're tired and weary and don't feel that we can do something. But your intuition, he said, intuition helped him to launch. Intuition never gives up on us. And intuition also, it's not making you feel paranoid about an individual, but what if your intuition is saying, no, don't do business with that person, or no, that's not a good fit for you. Stop and listen. Stop and listen to your intuition, because that intuition can see a distance, a depth that you cannot see. Listen to your intuition and feel that intuition. And I mean, I love mine. I'm grateful for it, grateful for the intuition. Now, I want to ask you, in your business, what is the target market, would you say, for your business? What's the target market there in your business? Who do you target right now in your business? If you would respond, let me know who your target market is. And my business, of course, would be actually it's small businesses. I've always dealt with solopreneurs, of course, entrepreneurs, and I've dealt with partnerships and a few corporations, guys, because everybody wants to what? They want to keep their doors. They want to keep their doors open, correct? So that's one thing that in my business, my clientele have in common is that they're looking to do what? Keep those doors open. That's what I want to help businesses to do. Very much so. Okay, and David, you said intuition is your best guidance. He said something like, and then I see a divine source. Intuition is your best guidance, and you're right, my friend. Intuition is powerful, and that's why I said trust it. Trust your intuition. That's a part of you. And it's all right, guys, to get feedback, listening to others, but learn to believe in yourself. Learn to trust yourself. Trust you. Trust who you are. Okay, now I was talking about your people who you actually targeted to do business with, and a really really powerful question: what makes you unique? What's your uniqueness? Think about that question right now for not only just business, but just you as a person, you as an individual, your business. What is your uniqueness in business? Or what is your uniqueness just in life? You are as a person. What when you walk in a room and people meet you, what is it that they see that's unique about you? What is yours? And I have to say that for a number of years, I've always had the ability to be able to walk into rooms and not know anyone, but still be confident and actually comfortable enough to be able to walk up and introduce myself and be able to learn more about who I'm meeting, stop and listen to them, and just really enjoy the moment. I've learned to enjoy the moment with a new individual, with strangers. I've learned how to do that. And so in my business, I would to say uniqueness for me in business is to be able to share with my clientele true discomfort. I share with them what I have faced myself and what I would love to help them from having to face also. And I know they'll be facing something and they've already faced something, but I want to share. I want to be relatable and share with them my pain. And so that's what I do is I share. I share it. And a lot of times you should see the looks on their faces like, that is wonderful that you could be so bold, and just share the way you have. Good afternoon, Tanya. Great to be with. I'm glad you're here. But reaching out and sharing. I want to hear from you guys. What is your uniqueness? If you had to give me one to three words, what would you say? Type it in right now. I'm ready. I want to see this. I want to share. What is your uniqueness? What makes you so appealable? When people meet you, they see this in you. What do they see? What do they see when they meet you? And one word for me, I'd have to say is that I would have to say vulnerability, because I'm transparent, and I have an openness. I'm open-minded. That have to say that's one of my biggest. Open-minded. What's your what's your uniqueness? Share with me today. Tanya, what's your uniqueness? David, everybody who's in the audience, share one to one to three words that says this is my unique. This is how I'm unique. I want to hear from you. Share with us. Your uniqueness. You know what it does, ladies and gentlemen? It makes it so that it doesn't matter how large another business is. It doesn't matter if you're a startup business owner. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because those existing businesses or large business owners that are in the same industry as you, they do not have the same innovative character that you possess. They're not you. They're not. Remember that each day that you step out the door to go to your business, or if you're at home and you're doing it remote, if you work for a company, you're the one. And I just thought I saw Tanya say that she is transparent. She's transparent. And Christy, we're talking about uniqueness right now. Type one to three words that describe your uniqueness. We're asking for uniqueness right now. Okay, and Tanya just said that I am always transparent and authentic. She said, being me all the time. Wonderful to hear that, Tanya. I already know that about you. That Tanya, I know. So I know what she said is there's truth to that. She is always, she's unique, a unique individual. anymore. Okay, my uniqueness is okay. It's everything. Sorry, and God and faith driven. I couldn't see the rest of it, but off to the right. But this is my uniqueness. Is it everything that I do? Okay, but and then it says and God and faith driven. You can't ask for more empowering uniqueness right there, ladies and gentlemen. A God filled individual, a God fearing individual who just responded and said, God and faith driven. If you God and faith driven, there's nothing that you can't face. Thank you for actually, thank you for providing that response. I need to hear that today. Thank you so very much. That's empowering, very much so. Say uniqueness is God and faith driven. And all of you out there right now, how many of you feel the same way? And Musi. Oh, Musi, hi. How are you? Okay, now that's someone I truly have gotten to know well. And Musi is truly, I have to say, if I had to describe you, Musi, I would say an individual who doesn't seem like you fear anything. Just the times that I've spoken to actually this young man on LinkedIn, you speak to him, and then I also read some of the posts, the responses that he makes, and he is so it's the bravery is there, the courageousness is there. And you said my uniqueness is everything I do. This is what Musi says. My uniqueness is everything I do based on integrity, honesty, and God faith driven. That's wonderful, wonderful. Okay, Tanya, others see you. She said, when you are, I'm sorry, I couldn't see the rest of it, but I'll see in a minute. Others see you when you are, but you know what? But others do. And think about it. People see you no matter what. It's what you portray, guys. So people do see you. They're seeing you. But let me tell you this. Only be concerned about people seeing you. Okay, if like, in business, I know we're all concerned about that, but I'm saying when you know you are being authentic, as Tanya was saying, and you know you are being transparent, you don't have to worry about that. Just be who you are. Just like David said, be happy to be who you are. Being yourself. Trust being you. Trust being, David Hanson. Trust being Musi. Trust being Tanya. Trust being Marlene. You gotta trust who you are, because that's one thing that clientele see when they view you. And I've had clients look right in my face and say, you know why I want to do business with you, Marlene? It's not even about all of your professionalism, which I'm happy that you do have a professionalism that I need, but it's the way you come across. It's your presence. It's the honesty that you portray, the honesty. And as Tanya said, and it's the transparency. You gotta be open about who you are. And it starts first with what? Trusting yourself. You gotta trust you. And we're almost at an end right now. What are some of the risks that you face? What are some of the risks in your business, in your home life, in your private journey that you faced? Share with me today some of your risks that you face. Some of mine have been when I'm talking to businesses for years. I've talked about business protection, and they just didn't feel that they needed to be protected in any way. And look at what happened during the pandemic. Those who did listen to me years back, they weren't hit as hard. They said, Marlene, I really appreciate that the time that we spent and you told me about this. And then the pandemic hit and they were reassured. The reassurance has really grown because what I taught them is exactly what they faced. I'm saying to you today that your risk, those risks a lot of times are when people are doubtful about what you're saying to them, and they felt that, oh, Marlene, I'm not really worried about it. All I'm thinking about is growth. When you grow crops, when you grow in something, like I know someone right now, my first book that I've written, um, CJ, I call her CJ Leland. She's growing trees. We have 27 authors, and she's growing the trees that are being grown for each one of us. Now, how can a tree grow? How can unless you got what the seeds are being planted, correct? You planting seeds, but you got to Nurture it, right? And how do you nurture crops? You have to also keep what? Maybe pests, animals away from the crops. So in my business, that's what I'm doing. I help businesses protect themselves from an unexpected challenge that they may not even thought about. So when I'm talking to them, I bring a new perspective to light that they didn't think about. So that's what we and the risk. Okay. Okay, Music said risk management is within, and I'm sorry, I apologize, you guys, but I'm my screen is blocked right here, and I can just see a partial. I don't know why that's coming up on, on this software, but it's blocked. But he said risk management is within. That's all I could gather, but it'll be out there for all of us to go back and read. When you come back and you look at the replay, when you see the replay, look at all of the responses that was received today, and I will also add the questions. I'll attach them so you can look at the questions, and if you want to even go deeper in your responses, please do so. And I want to say thank you for being here with me today on Discomfort Empowers You, and you've proven it today. You've proven it. So I mean, you just worthy. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. And we'll be talking about the upcoming workshop that I'll be hosting. So look forward to seeing you Thursday and also the next Tuesday. Thank you and have a wonderful day.